Welcome back to Haunted Legends, the Bronze Horseman. We really haven't seen the Bronze Horseman in a while. We haven't really seen the creepy villain either. We've mostly been focused on other stuff, like solving hidden objects challenges, and puzzles, like this one. So, adjust the outer and inner circles so the pins fall into the central slots and outer notches. What? Use the install button. Okay, well that looked really good for a moment there. So you're just supposed to test every single configuration until you found one that works? Okay, well I'm following this piece. That piece looked like it would be really good. What's the piece that messed up? Don't know. Oh, so the inner pieces also need to match. Okay. Well, how do I don't appear to be able to change the inner pieces by themselves. Because that's the correct outer piece configuration. I don't know how... Okay. Wait. If the inner pieces look like this, then that's going to be a perfect inner piece solution. Right, but I need an outer piece solution to match. Let's keep going and hope this works. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip this puzzle. Yeah, that was a pain of a puzzle, and it gave us a horse emblem, which is perfect, except I don't know where to use a horse emblem. What do we have down here? We need something to pick up this glass. We need the jack to get through the gate. We need the jack to get through the gate. I haven't played this game before, in case it's not obvious. Creepy. This needs a hexagon tile. I only have one of them, unfortunately. Oh, is this where the horse goes? That gives me a key. Have I found anything that's locked? Beware the horsemen! Ew, beware it! Beware! 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 The hefty lumps and whistles are scary. And they will kill you. Okay, so where is a place with a forked key, I wonder? I think we're relatively finished with this area. I think we're relatively finished with here. Here it is. So there's another red guy. My brother's passing has left you alone with Lisa. While our feelings for each other could not be expressed, there's no reason to hide them now. I love you. So Girabaldi was apparently in love with somebody who he should not have been in love with. A married woman, perhaps. His sister-in-law. Oh, yeah, because that would be the woman that you can't confess your love to, you know, unless your brother's dead. Oh, this is creepy. Okay, but I can't focus on creepiness. I need to solve puzzles. Eggshell! Where is an eggshell? Please distract me from what's happening here. Okay, so I've only got 15 out of the 24 creepy people trapped in crystals. So that puts us a little bit above halfway through the game, I guess? I would not know. Where is a glove? where are beads and where are... There's a glove. There's a scroll. And finally, beads are found by my hint button. So that's a glove, which I can use to get through the glass. And is this giving me a hexagon tile? I think it is. Hexagon tile and more hidden objects. Okay. Well, at least this game has been pretty stable so far. You know, I've been mostly solving puzzles in this area, as opposed to running all over the game and using puzzles in various spots. I'm mostly just centrally located now at the Girabaldi's place. This is a swan. Oh, swan is not one of the items I'm looking for. Well, that would explain why I can't find it. A watering can and a blooming flower. Corn. 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 There's a blooming flower. Blooming flower, watering can. Now I want scissors, an earring, and a flag, and I'm going to use a hint for one of them, because, hey, there's a flag, and the hint got me the flag just as I saw it. Oh, I hate it when that happens. So the final thing I need to find is an earring, and I'll find that after I finish with this puzzle. So I want to rotate tiles. Oh, I can solve this puzzle. This is one of those puzzles where just rotate tiles to fit the image, and it looks like most of these tiles are in place here. It looks like I'm making hair for the horse. That's got to be like this, because that we've got an edge piece there. Yeah, brown has to go on the outside, because brown is the color of the outside of these tiles. Which means, for those to connect, these have to be together. So this is of the horse, right? This is a horse. Looks good. That is not the horse's nose, so that yellow thing must be the horse's nose. That must be the horse's nose there. Alright, looks perfect. Where is my mistake? Because the game has not said I'm finished with the puzzle yet, so I must have made a mistake somewhere. This is a very strange picture of a horse breathing fire, isn't it? It looks really good to me. I don't really see where I could have made a mistake, unless that was it? Got it. So this gives me an ingredient. I leave this unusual powder to whoever's clever enough to find it. My great-grandfather passed it on to me, saying it will belong to the great Sir Fisher. The powder could save your soul, but its instructions have been lost. Okay, and this is the hidden missing ingredient for that the thing, the formula we were making to save that one random dude. Cool. So we're gonna build that potion, but first, earring. Okay. Earring's over there. We found a scoop. Cool. So we can use that to scoop things? think we're mostly done with this area. I don't see anything we can interact with here. Nothing we can interact with here. Nothing we can interact with here until we can figure out a way to get this off. Perhaps that's what the scoop is for? The palette knife. Oh, wait, why were we trying to preserve the instructions if we're not actually going to take the instructions? Why couldn't I just grab that thing and rip it off if I didn't care about actually preserving it? So what happened? If this schematic's accurate, the staircase goes upstairs and downstairs. Okay, so that apparently leads me to a brand new area, and that's why that was important. It's a forge, but the fire needs fuel. This is where the molten metal goes. Okay. I'd better not scoop with my hands. Well, I've got a scoop now. Found some coal. Do I put coal here? I do. Okay, and that's enough to melt the metal. Turn all the valves until all the valves are opened and the metal flows freely. Huh. This one on the right doesn't seem to be very free-flowing. Yes! So this has given us a tap. Beautiful. Why were we making a tap, I wonder? Another blue person. My love! Soon my work will be done. I can't share the details, but I'll breathe life into a legend. I've secured passage on the other side of the river. I'll pick up you and Lisa and we can depart. Under no circumstances buy one of those crystals. Never buy those crystals. They're evil and nasty. So Girabaldi. Yeah, he's Lisa's uncle and apparently he loves Lisa's mother. And he's dead, so, huh. Lisa, we've got some bad news about your uncle.
Please, detective. I don't want to leave yet. Just try and find Michael.
Got bad news about Michael, too. Think he's dead. He was kidnapped by the villain and stuff. Okay. Well, to the Bronze Horseman, this must be the mystery ingredient for what we were cooking, right? So where do we actually cook it? Here? Here, right. So I create the potion by... Wow. What? Okay. Let me see if I can understand this. Follow the recipe. Use the valves to determine the correct ingredient. And set the pressure and the temperature. Okay, so I'm opening this up. Yellow is barley. So the temperature needs to be at 40. Which it looks like it is. Oh, and you want to mix after you put in an ingredient, okay? Okay, so now the temperature is 60, which means we want the green hops, right? I'm so confused. I set the temperature to 100 degrees for the magic powder. I'm not sure I got the brine at the right color. I mean, at the right temperature. But the game let me put it in anyway, so perhaps the game doesn't care about temperatures. Okay. What now? Did I not stir it well enough? Okay, reset the puzzle. Okay. So I want temperature at 40. With temperature... What happened to temperature at 40? No, let's just skip this puzzle. That didn't really make much sense. Anyway, that puzzle... Solving the puzzle is going to give us... something here, but the tap is missing. I have a tap now. And I have a mug. All that stuff at Girabaldi's was so we can get this stuff, which will cure the ghost. Here you go, innkeeper. We freed his soul. We didn't free the souls of any of the other 16 people who we have trapped, but we freed one guy's soul, so we're a hero. These bags are pretty heavy. Maybe if I had a lever, I could get them out of this basket. Detective, if you are still following me, I have one piece of advice. Stop, lest you suffer the same fate as Girabaldi. S.G. Strange Goblin. So this must be where Strange Goblin took Michael. And I have a cane now. There's something in the water. Do I use my cane to get it? Well, I don't know. I don't seem to have anything in my inventory which is useful anymore. A cane as a lever? Yeah, that works. And this basket with another soul stone in it and a fishing rod. Great, okay. So the fishing rod is obviously going to be used to fish things out of here. That gives me a gear, and this puzzle looks like it needed a gear. So find the image in each of the outer circles that matches the center. Use the install button. So wait a minute, so which one goes with the rowboat? So a rowboat is water. It has water and an oar. Okay, and a soldier has a gun and a silly hat. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Ah. Okay, try again. I figured out the puzzle, so that should make it easy. Okay, so an oar and a rowboat. No, water and an oar make a rowboat. A hat and a gun make a soldier. A puppet. I don't know what makes a puppet. Perhaps you paint something on a puppet? None of these things seem to work well. Okay, maybe if I cut a branch, that's a puppet. No, cut a tree, that's a puppet. Yeah. And only 3 more pictures left. So this is obviously going to be art and a canvas. So it's paint and a canvas gives me art. Oh, paint and a paintbrush give me art. obviously, a windmill is going to involve grain and wind. The final thing has to be the items we haven't used already. Wheels, and I guess this thing must be a road. Wheels and a road work to make a covered wagon. The handle is absent. Okay, so I did all that work and I still haven't made any progress? Really? Okay. Well, hopefully this doesn't mean I missed something earlier on in the game, because I don't want to do the thing where you check every single screen you've been to so far in search of the one thing you've missed. That is never a fun thing to do in a video game. Ah, here we go. So it's Hidden Objects Challenge. Okay, so thankfully I did not have to travel very far. So, am I looking for a handle? Yes, I am. Handle is one of the items I'm looking for. Going to guess that's the handle I need. So, ground coffee. Pomegranate. Wet sponge here. Thimble there. Feather thingy. Hint gives me the handle I need. So, treble clef is that musical sign, which sort of looks like an S. Next we have a razor and a horn. What is this? Sunday! Haha! Well, that's one way to make it Sunday. Usually I just have to wait 7 days to make it Sunday. That's a lot faster. The music in this game is very good, you know. Yeah, you know, it's not the best music I've ever heard, but it's very, very varied, and, you know, it doesn't really, you know, I don't like the games where they basically have one song, which is half a minute long, and that one song repeats over and over and over again. This game has a much wider variety when it comes to the music, so that's why I like it. And that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, handle, where are you? Now I can go across to help save the Bronze Horseman. Is that the mayor's window? This has a horseshoe nail. Finally, my horseshoe nail helps, and I need some improvisation. Oh no! Freaky guy. So this is the mayor's house or something? Because the horseman appears to be pointing at the mayor's window, so we're presuming this is the mayor's house. We found a blowtorch. And I've got some mosaic pieces. Mayor! The merchant who's been peddling crystals was on your porch. He fled at my approach, but not before damaging the wall. I'd have stopped it, but it doesn't seem safe to be out so late. Huh, I wonder who wrote that note. This door won't open. I have a blowtorch. Maybe I use a blowtorch here. Alright, I seem to be slowly making progress. Wow, this is complicated. So this is the inside of the bronze horse. So Girabaldi did actually make something super complicated. So I'm just pulling levers. Do I have anything around here that will help? Oh, okay, get all the buttons to turn green. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is the answer. 1, 2, 3 is the thing for me. Yes. Okay, so crawling over razor sharp metal is not an option. I need something to cover it. doesn't look like there are any items I can pick up besides this pin. And there's nothing I can do here. I solved all the puzzles here, somehow. And maybe the pin opens this door over here on the right. Mysterious. Where would a pin work if it's not working in any of these spots? There's nothing else here. I do have a walkthrough for this game, which I think I'll check because it looks like I'm stuck. The walkthrough is saying I need to do lots of hidden objects challenges, which I haven't found yet. Haven't been here, haven't been there. Ah, okay. Walkthrough says my pin goes here. Yeah, I'm trying not to cheat while I'm doing my video walkthrough, but you know, occasionally this walkthrough thing is really helpful because that would have gotten me stuck for a while. SG, get away from the mayor! He just stabbed the mayor. You creepy, strange goblin. And Mayor, you've got some explaining
Detective.
to
do. Thank you for your efforts in frightening away that little monster. He'd been torturing me about some secret compartment of the Bronze Horseman, but I assure you I know nothing about such a thing.
Can I believe you, Mayor?
He told me that he has Mike. He also said if I didn't hand control over the town to him, that he would seal away my son's soul in one of those sinister crystals. Please, you must see to it that this fate does not befall my son. Please. Find my son, and I need your help to stop this bleeding. In my son's room. He keeps a scout's first aid kit. Could you fetch it for me, please?
Sure thing, Mayor.
Detective! And I need your help to stop this bleeding.
I thought the mayor, for a while there, I thought the mayor would be evil, but apparently he's just still a good guy. He's just had a rough life. You know, so many hidden objects challenges in this town. He has such a hard time just getting anything done in this town. So maybe Girabaldi is the villain. You know, maybe he's been working with SG. He did make that weird secret compartment. And maybe he made that deal with SG so he could win this woman of his dreams, Lisa's mother. Either way, you know, no matter what the story is, we're gonna have to keep going. We'll figure out who the villain is eventually. I've noticed that's how games by this company those games seem to work. It's like, if you can't figure out the storyline, just keep playing, and eventually they'll tell you what the story is. Happens sometimes in Nancy Drew books too, where Nancy just goes on ahead, you just keep playing, and then at the very end, she explains what the story was. That happened in Nancy Drew, Creature of Capital Cave, that game, but also in some of the older Nancy Drew books. Where it's like, she solved the mystery, and she's not going to explain how she solved the mystery. So this seems porous. Okay, how do I break this up, and how do I get to the sun's room? More hidden objects. Okay, that seems like a lot. Another locked door. I have a pin. Oh, I need a few pins, though, before I can get inside. Okay, that moves that thing. This latch must be controlled by a panel. And I don't really see anything to do here besides solve the hidden objects challenge, so like usual, I will solve the hidden objects challenge in between this video and the next one.